And I didn't know where he was going with that.
Lecture closet.
To help with stuff.
Yes. This thing's not working. Yeah, that's not wise.
Hey, Jared, we have an IT emergency.
It's not emergency.
His little dingy whopper's not working. And that can be an emergency.
Is that recorded?
Huh?
Is that recorded?
Thank you.
That was pretty cool.
Hey, my nomenclature and your nomenclature may be different. My dingly whopper and your dingly whopper may be different.
Did Vine ever schedule an install time?
No,
Not yet.
not yet.
But everything's signed and done
As far as I know, I got the paperwork to him. I sent some signed stuff, and John Deller sent some signed stuff. So.
Wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything.
Yeah, I don't think so. We just haven't heard back, but it's the first of the year,
Yeah.
so.
In those business installs a little more than just showing up at
Yeah.
the house and putting everything.
You're rearranged. You're rearranged.
The attorney's not here. She won't be down. I told her to stay home. Since we'll be down on the roads and a new baby.
Yeah, she's bringing probably a lot of
Put that on. Sign it before it goes off.
I left mine at home for that very reason.
Changed your password.
everything's up there. His face recognition. They can't read it.
Nice. I think we're going to get started early.
Sure.
I'd like to call this meeting to order. Would you please rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance with us?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I think everybody's here, so my next order of business is to swear our new police officer in. So, Isaac, if you want to come down the front here with me. I'll give you your copy so you know what I'm saying. I'm saying you too much to read. Okay, raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I, Isaac Barrera, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
I, Isaac Barrera, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
The Constitution of the State of Wyoming.
and the Constitution of the State of Wyoming
that I have not knowingly violated any law related to my election or appointment,
that I have not knowingly violated any law related to my election or appointment,
or caused it to be done by others,
or caused it to be done by others,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Are there any additions or deletions to tonight's meeting? Is there a motion to approve the December 11th, 2023 council meeting and the January 3rd, 2024 work session?
I move that we approve the December 11th council meeting and the January 3rd work session as presented.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed by nay. Motion carries. Reports. Councilman Moulton.
We had our first Christmas light competition here in Glen Rock, sponsored by ECI. We had a total of 399 votes. The winner had 268 votes. That was 12 Frontier Court, Christina Mas. Second was Nick Weiser with 85 votes at 158 Fort Laramie. And third was Randy Faria with 18 votes, 906 Keller Drive. All them said with their money they're going to buy more lights. And I was like, all right. So and
She's going to have to find something else to put lights on.
yeah, right.
Frontier Court.
And
Lights
ECI
that up.
wants to do another one next year, so look forward to that.
Yeah.
First Deer Creek Days meeting already, the 17th at 6 p.m. at the Chamber office.
Okay.
So that's about it.
Okay. Councilwoman Nunn.
Yes, landfill met here a couple weeks ago. Our current projects are focused on two areas, putting rotomill on the roads and establishing a new guard station. The water solution for the guard station is tending towards an above-ground tank enclosed in a heating building. Both are works in progress, and hopefully both will be completed by spring. On your desk is a report from the Greens Department providing information on accomplishments from the past year, including dealing with typical Wyoming gardening, wildlife, water runoff, high winds, scorching suns, typical stuff for Wyoming. They are working on ways to amend the soil, or probably more likely the sand, and in doing so make meaningful use of the greens material taken there by the community and look towards the future. This project has great potential as growing food may become a more significant need. The Graves Consulting Report. This report is now available for council members to read in Tammy's office, and I would encourage reading it as it has some very positive direction shifts that could help move our town forward in a positive direction now and in the future. And a special thanks to all those members of the community who reached out to spread joy and happiness of the holiday season throughout our community. We also had many beautiful home displays for the holiday. Fortunately, we live in such a caring community that are willing to share with the community. And we got a really good report from the mainstream people. They have had a very successful year with the Christmas shop down there. They had many volunteer hours, and they are working on some new projects. We're very fortunate to have them so interested in helping our community, and I think this is really cool, the new dinosaur that they... He kind of ran off my page. I was sort of amazed when he came out of the printer, but I still liked him. Thank you.
Councilwoman Kincaid.
I have no reports this time. Just hope everybody had a good holiday.
Councilwoman Cullen.
I attended the January 3rd Municipal and County Joint Powers Board. It was held here in Glen Rock, some of the information, the Public Health Department wanted everyone to know that COVID is up in Converse County, and they are, if you give them a call, they are doing the COVID shots, the flu shots, the RSV shots, and for any of you who have little tiny ones, either here or on the way, they have the Tdap, which is a tetanus, diphtheria, pertussis for whooping cough, and they want adults to get it if you think you're going to be around any newborns. So if your kids or grandkids have kids on the way, they're suggesting you go ahead and get your Tdap. They're changing up some of the coverage in Glen Rock so that public health has more of a presence here in Glen Rock, so we'll be seeing more of that. The Joint Justice Center's addition is supposed to be open by February 1st, and they'll be doing public walkthroughs if anybody's interested. Bright Night Solar Farm is having a hearing. I believe it's at the county building February 6th at 3:30 in the afternoon. If anybody's interested in checking that out. They elected new officers to the Joint Powers Board. Jim Willocks is chairman, I'm the vice chair, and the secretary treasurer is Ken Montgomery. And I think that's it for my report.
Okay. Miami treasurer.
I just wanted to remind everybody that Graves will be here on Thursday all day. They're going to have some individual meetings. They'll be meeting with me most of the morning, meeting with Bruce late morning. We're going to be doing a meeting with the department heads after lunch, and if anybody's interested, you're welcome to come in and talk to them. Just let me know. And then we need to, I got an email from Karen asking if you all were interested in meeting with the commissioners for the quarterly meeting this month. The options were the 23rd, the 24th, or the 31st. So Judy was the only one I really heard back from, so I'm not sure if you're all interested in having that meeting this month.
I think we should.
Okay.
I think communication is always important.
Is there a day, one of those days that you would prefer?
We don't have to drive anywhere, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's here.
Okay. But I'm sorry.
It's here.
Yeah.
They're going to
So
have it
they'd be
over
at
at
Rosie's.
Higgins and Rosie's.
Okay.
Okay, then I'll just get back with her.
Just tell them pick a date and let us know
And let us know.
what's when.
Okay. And then we also need to reschedule, or we need to schedule the next work session. It looks like if we want to do it on a Monday, it's pretty much our only option is going to be the 5th. The 19th, the office is closed. And then the other 2 Mondays, we have council meetings. So you can do it on Monday the 5th, or you can pick another day of the week.
Is there any time before the 5th?
Before the 5th?
Well,
The
you could
5th
hold
is a
it.
Monday,
You could
so
hold
it'd
it
be
like on
first.
the 29th of January, even though it's for February. It's not a big deal. It's right in there. So either way.
I've got a hospital board meeting that night,
The 29th? What about the 30th?
6th.
It's 6 o'clock.
Okay. What about the 30th? Or,
No, 30th. Oh, it's February.
yeah,
Never
we're
mind.
talking January, I think. Or if it's at 5, you could make a 6 o'clock. Here I am scheduling for
Or
you.
we can still do the 5th of February. Is whatever. We just need to pick a date.
I'll be in Mexico on the 5th.
It doesn't.
Arriba,
I'll make it
arriba.
work. 5th February.
That's okay.
5th of February work for
5th of
everybody?
February works for me.
5th of February at
5
5.
o'clock.
Upstairs.
Okay. Would you like to zoom in from Mexico?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I'll zoom in.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
Evening, Mayor and Council. Good news to report. Sales tax check came in. It jumped a whopping 28%.
Jeez.
I'm not really sure why, other than Christmas and probably some of the oil field picking back up again. Haven't really delved into it. It's only been a day, but it's good news. And I've been working on W-2 forms and 1099s reconciliations. And the auditors will be here starting January 22nd.
Randy, Public Works.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Crew's been busy with 3 water leaks, one in Box Elder, Elk Street, right in front of Tammy's house. And today we had one on North 5th Street. It was a meter pit that blew out, one of the new Mueller meter pits. And they've been plowing and salting the streets and meter reading, meter pit upgrades, and I think they've completed it today, taking down the Christmas decorations. So.
There was one clear up by the cemetery still.
Is there?
Yeah.
By the
Is that the town's or
Probably.
on a pole? Okay.
If it's on a power pole.
That was Saturday night.
Oh, they just finished them today.
Okay.
So.
Because it was all by itself. So.
Yeah. They finished the far end ones today.
Are Andrea and Hunt happy with how their work is going in town?
They didn't work today. They can't get the equipment started when it's this cold.
So they probably aren't too happy.
No. I doubt they'll work this week.
Or maybe next year.
I called Connor from Andrea and Hunt. He's managing that, or supervisor, and he said it's going to be a day-to-day, depending on the temperatures, to get the equipment going. So.
Okay. Wow, building inspector.
Evening, Mayor and Council. Finished the year with 147 building permits for 2023. Working on contractor registrations. Got a pretty good stack of those still going. Working on compliance on cars. I'd say about 30% of the people complied with my warning, so that's going to proceed into an official notice that you have this much time to get rid of your cars. Planning and zoning, we got one replat that's coming up for the Planning Commission on Brubaker Road. That's going to be a good one. We're going to get rid of those 2 junk trailer houses that are on that lot. There's a rezone that's going to come before the commission too on 90 Brubaker Road, so that'll be coming up soon. Last council, we had a work session on the ADUs, tiny homes, and that discussion needs to continue on, so we'll do that in our next work session as well. Then the last thing I got is I talked to the mayor. I'll be resigning from the Main Street Board and the Commerce County Tourism Board. It's a good thing. It's a positive thing. So
Really need somebody to volunteer to take those or appoint somebody. But thank you for your time on that. Wow. Chief of Police.
Evening, Mayor and Council. It's been a little bit since we last met, but just to update the crew here, we did not win the tree contest at the library.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Still kind of recovering into the new year a little bit with that, but we're already planning for next year, so we'll get it done next year. Our toy and meal deliveries went really well. We delivered gifts to 38 kids. That was pretty fun. We did that on the Friday before Christmas. Big thanks to John Daler again, he's a huge help to us every year with getting the toys that we give out to the kids. He hates when I mention his name or bring him up at all, but if you need John, that's just how he is, so I do it anyway. And big thanks to Bob Nunn. He helped us pick the presents up this year. Go down to Cheyenne and get those suckers picked up, and then we come and unload them, and it can be quite a chore with that many toys because all the kids got quite a few, so you could imagine 38 times. What'd they get, Bob? About 3 presents apiece, a book, a game. I mean, just, some stocking stuffers. So it's quite a bit of stuff for sure for us. And then thanks to First Lady Gordon and her Hunger Initiative, they provided us with the food baskets that we handed out. So that's pretty cool. The Highway Patrol facilitates that for us, and they actually sent a trooper over to help us with delivering. So you got to enjoy a little bit of that. Thanks to Councilwoman Dunn and the rest of the council and the mayor for the opportunity to give snacks out to seniors around town. We delivered 25 of those baskets. and that was pretty heartwarming for sure. Those people were very gracious and thankful, and we got to see some of the folks that we don't get to see very often or haven't seen in quite a while. And it was pretty neat. They were very thankful for that. Lots of nice things to say, and even got a few people picked up on some house watches and things like that, and explained some of the things that we're offering to do for them. So that was pretty neat. And without that, we definitely, may not have got around to that. So a big thanks, and I hope that you guys are interested in continuing that in the future. Lastly, the father-daughter dance was held over the weekend. It was another successful year. I explained to my 3 daughters that this year we were going to limit things, and I was only going to be there for an hour and a half, and then we were going home. But wouldn't you know it, if I was there all 3 hours right up until closing. So feet still hurt, and I'm tired. And that's all I've got.
Jared, IT.
Evening, Mayor and Council. Unfortunately, mine's even shorter than that. I don't really have much, as we had quite a bit of the holidays, and it's just been a lot of kind of picking up and fixing things for the new year and starting to get things prepped for some warm weather, hopefully, right, in the future, someday. But, yeah, so we're working on some projects that'll be kind of getting lined out for down at the town square. I have a bunch of speakers and stuff to put up on poles and stuff so we can kind of do in-the-park sound and things like that. But just trying to get all the details so that when we get some warm weather, we can start running around and start throwing those up. But, yeah, other than that, just day-to-day.
Chevy, Town Square.
Okay. Good evening, Mayor and Council. I have some events coming up. So on January 25th, I have a Learn to Skate workshop from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. On February 10th, for the Love Local, we are going to do a Valentine Skate Day. And then we're going to also have glow skating at night for that. And also during that morning, I'll be volunteering my time to making kids Valentine's cards with them, so at the library. March, at the town square, we're going to have an egg hunt, and we're going to have an Easter bunny. Movie night voting started January 1st, and that's going well. It's going to be running for 7 weeks, and the public gets to vote on which movies they'd like to see this year. And then December skaters, we clocked out at 103 skaters for the month of December. And now I'm just working on booking some food trucks for our summer events to get them lined up.
What time, February 10th, is the Valentine's Day?
It is from 12 to 6. And then the glow skate will be at 4:30 to 6. So, and there'll be free glow sticks for everyone. So that is provided as well.
Is this the Easter Bunny?
No,
You're probably looking at the Easter Bunny. Either that or I have a 6'3" son who'd volunteer for it, but it might scare kids to have a 6'3" bunny.
Oh, I think it'd be splendid.
We'll find someone.
Any other reports? If not, we'll move on to items from the floor. Any items from the floor this evening? Not hearing or seeing none. We have no old business. We'll move on to new business. And let me get to it. The first order of business is a 24-hour daily alcohol beverage sales permit application by Taylor Deer Creek, filled out by Tammy Short for the Ducks Unlimited event at the Glen Rock Rec Center. Anybody have any questions on that?
This is a good organization. I'm glad they're backing them.
Yep.
Okay, and this is on a 24-hour.
They're all.
I know, because it's that form issue that we've talked about, right? They're not actually serving alcohol for 24 hours at the rec center, right?
No.
I didn't think so. I know. I just wanted to.
I think their banquet usually runs a couple hours. So.
Yeah.
We did this did it last year too, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they did. I believe when I ruled at the banquet, and that really went well. So, is there a motion to approve this permit?
I move we approve the permit.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed by nay. Motion carries. Our next order of business is 2024-1, a resolution providing for the transfer of unencumbered or unexpended appropriations from the fiscal year 23-24 budget, whereas it appears as necessary for the budget of the town of Glen Rock to be amended for the fiscal year July 1, 2023 to June 30, 2024, taking into account certain unencumbered or unexpended funds. It is therefore hereby resolved by the governing body of the town of Glen Rock, Wyoming as follows. Section 1, General Fund Account 101.5011.5790, Glen Rock Police Department, increased by the sum of $45,000, the source of which will be unappropriated surplus funds. This is specific for a purchase of air tank equipment for all officers. See where the transfers are for the total amount of $45,000. So is there a motion?
I move we pass Resolution 2024-1.
Motion on the floor. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
I think we're very fortunate to have the money to be able to buy this equipment. This could be life-saving, not only for our police officers, but for members of our community, too. I'm real pleased with this.
Any questions? Any more questions or comments? If not, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed by nay. Motion carries. Next order of business is paying our bills and claims. Is there a motion?
I move that we pay our bills.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion on bills and claims?
I was real pleased to see that the people down at the Christmas shop made some kind of nice money this year. They did very well down there. They worked very hard during the year to put on a beautiful shop down there.
If there's no questions, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed by nay. Motion carries. There's a long list of bills. Looks like I got a lot of checks to sign tomorrow morning. If there's no other business to come before the council this evening, I would have somebody entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move we adjourn.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed by nay. Motion carries. Meeting adjourned.